One of the things that is really striking traveling around the country is, on the one hand, the long history of the United States is of smaller areas depopulating. If you take either the states of Texas or South Dakota, over the last 100 years, most cities, most counties in both of those states have lost population every single census because there's been a collection in larger and medium-sized cities. But across the country, you see case after case, for example, in Allentown, PA, with a devastated downtown, of companies deciding they want to move their headquarters back into downtown because young people working for them want to live downtown. People in Fresno, California, also a terrible downtown. There's a young tech community there trying to rebuild it. I could go on for hours about Erie, Pennsylvania, and the young people there, but just that Sioux Falls, South Dakota, people moving in from smaller parts of the prairies thinking that Sioux Falls is big enough to do what they want, but not threatening. So I think it's been really interesting to see people in their 20s and early 30s thinking that they can remake some of these places that have been troubled.
Could I just follow up on that?
Yes, then we'll get to our next question.
The question about the media is immensely important, and I don't want to give it short shrift, but there's another element to this that I think we have to be honest about, which is that we've had issues of credibility. We've had fake news before. We've had politicians who lie before. We've never actually, though, seen an electorate that's been willing to accept this. There's a professor from Yale who just came out with an article I can't get out of my head. He says, we are not in a constitutional crisis in America right now. We're experiencing constitutional rot. And by that he means that that a lot of the norms and the standards and the traditions that we've relied upon in this country are apparently paper thin. And that a lot of Americans do not have an appreciation for American history. They do not understand the Constitution. They do not understand why we have these norms. And at some point, yes, the media has a responsibility, but so does the public. We really desperately need to have a public that actually cares about whether things are true or not, that actually has civic knowledge. The educational system in this country needs to go through a period of introspection. Do Americans know civics? Do they know our history? Do they know why this matters? Do they teach history? I mean, what is the price that we're paying for having an electorate that is historically and civically illiterate? And of course, nobody in politics wants to say that I need you people not to be so dumb. But there is a point at which a lot of the assumptions that we've made, that if a person behaved in this way, this is the way the American public would react. Well, that's been broken. And so that's a media problem, but I think it's also a cultural and a civic problem as well.